The first president of Indonesia once said, "Give me 1,000 parents, they will pull out Semara mountain until the root. But if you give me 10 youth, they will shake the world." Benjamin Disraeli also said, "Almost everything that is great has been done by youth." Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Honorable educators, the committee of ALBACADABRA 2020, fellow participants, and everyone who's watching this video. In the beginning of my speech, I mentioned the famous quotes of the world leaders. What do you get from all of those quotes? What crosses your mind after you hear all those words? Golden generation, youth, or future leaders? Whatever it is, I am sure that we are all thinking about the same thing right now, which is exactly what I'm going to talk about at this moment. Right, it's youth. Personally, the word youth itself has already excited me. I don't even know why. How about all of you? But what exactly youth means? The United Nations defines youth as those persons between 17 to 24 years of age. So many people believe that youth is the golden period of age. Freshness, spirit, energy, and strong ambitions, those are some of the words that we can relate to youth. Let us start here. When I was really young, I was thinking, why couldn't I grow up faster? I'm tired of being a kid. I'm tired of my mom who kept telling me what to do. She was like, do this, do that. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, what? I complained a lot. And it was also because of my older sister, whom I assumed have more exciting life than mine. I was 8 years old that moment. But then I found out that I was not the only one who wanted to become youth. It also happened to my parents, even my grandma. They wished that they can turn back the time to their young age. And I feel guilty for them because I feel like my existence is taking over the exciting life. But of course, it wasn't really what they mean. Simply, becoming a youth is everyone's dream. Ladies and gentlemen, in this globalization era where things are changing rapidly, the idea of youth as the world's biggest power has now become a serious concern of almost every country in this world, including Indonesia. As an attempt to create a reliable youth who will lead the nation in the future, the Indonesian Ministry of Youth and Sport intensifies some programs that focusing on how to develop the quality of youth. And one of the programs is Independent Youth Build a Village, or PMMD. PMMD is a national priority program since 2017 to support mental revolution movement, cultivate independency, and promotes the leadership and, of course, contribution to a village. What's more, in the field of education, the Ministry of Education also conducting some programs that focusing on how to create a youth with the best quality of human resource as possible, ranging from funding the scholarship, reforming the educational system, to equalizing the educational facilitation. Ladies and gentlemen, in the preamble of the 1945, the Constitution of the Republic Indonesia, advancing the intellectual life is one of the national program in order to maintain the sovereignty of the nation. And the target of this ideal is youth. So it's crystal clear that youth has a huge responsibility to determine and lead the nation in the future. Even the United Nations stated that the energy of the young people are vital for the continuing development. But the point is, what exactly the youth that the world needs? What kind of criteria that should be cultivated on youth? There are at least two kinds of criteria that should be cultivated on youth. The first one is creativity. What is creativity? I define creativity as an ability to generate or to create new things by using potentials and take opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, as we already know that Indonesia is famous for its cultural diversity and the natural resources. This potential can be so beneficial for our country only if the people are creative. Because no matter how diverse our culture, no matter how rich our natural resources is, it will be nothing if the people don't have a willing to use the potential. But of course, we're not only taking the advantage, but we also have the responsibility to preserve both potentials. The good news is There are some of Indonesian youth who have already proved that creativity is the main key to give a good impact to the nation's prosperity. For instance is a 23-year-old girl named Ranidin Miansiku, a young culture preserver who promotes the beauty and the uniqueness of the florist culture in unusual way. It's not only Ranin. Sandi Okta, a college student, also has becoming a successful entrepreneur with his agricultural business. And there are still a lot of Indonesian youth who have used their potential and they take the opportunity. The second one is synergy. What is synergy? According to Investopedia, synergy is the concept that the combined value and performance of two communities will be greater than the sum of separate individual parts. It shows that synergy is the crucial thing that should be implemented if we want to reach the highest level of prosperity. And the synergy I'm going to discuss is the synergy between youth as the source of brilliant ideas and the government as the bridge to realize all those ideas that generated by youth. I have no doubt that youth is the biggest asset of the country. That's why the government should listen more to the voices of youth. Because if it's not youth, then who's going to support and do all the government program? Synergy is also about contribution that is given by the youth to the place or to the community where they live in. We can find so many volunteering programs that organized by a certain organization where the people between 17 to 25 years old are involved. This kind of program requires the youth who join the program to dedicate themselves into the social movement. Besides dedication, they will also get the experience of observing the real situation in society so that they won't be surprised once they enter the real world. Ladies and gentlemen, creativity and synergy are the main formulas that should be cultivated on youth. Right now, I'm standing and talking to all of you as youth. I'm aware that my country is expecting my contributions and my real actions. My fellow generation, we are the agent of change. We are the agent of development. If it's not us, then who? If it's not now, then when? So no matter how small our contributions are, it would be very impactful for our country. So now, I urge you to use your potential. We don't have much time to wait for the good because we are the one who should make the great. And it starts from now. It starts from the smallest thing. It starts from ourselves. This country needs you. Show yourself. Take your part. Choose your path. And make the country proud. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.